Hi, Loretta Alvarado here. I'm going to show you today some of my favorite sewing tools. So let's get started. This is probably one of my most used items in my sewing toolkit. These are surgical clamps, hemostats, whatever you want to call them. They come in different shapes and different sizes. So there's the smaller ones. Some of them have a curved point like both of these do. Then there's also the great big ones. I use these a lot for a lot of other things other than just sewing. These are good for fishing things out of the drain in the sink, and a lot of other things that you can't quite reach. So very handy devices to have around. I'm going to show you one of the ways that I use these. You can use them for stuffing. They're wonderful for turning things inside out, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So I've got this, this is going to be a pocket for a tote bag, and so I just take my my clamp and kind of push the corner in and grab onto it and pull it through. And it's really easy. You don't have to work at it too much. And then what you can do is use the point as a point turner, and it gets the points out very nicely without poking through them like you would with a pair of scissors. And there you go. Really nice. And there's a pocket. Ta-da! Okay, so that's those. Next thing is I'm going to show you what I do with these pockets. So I've got two of them right here. I've got the slightly bigger one and a slightly smaller one. So those pockets go into these tote bags. I make literally hundreds of these tote bags. I'm going to turn this inside out because my tote bags are reversible. And I'll show you where the pockets go. So there's a pocket. Okay, so since I do this so often, I actually made a jig to put the pockets in place. So here's what my jig looks like. It is 2 pieces of mat board, and I taped it together. You could do this as one piece, but since this is kind of big, I did it as 2 pieces. Taped it together in the middle, and then there's the placement. I also labeled, where is it? Oh, there it is. Here is what it says up here. It says top. It says top edge of fabric, so I'd remember which way it went the next time I did this if I hadn't done it in a while. So I'm going to show you how I actually use this. So here is a piece of the tote bag, and I take my template and I put it at the top edge of the fabric. Oh, that's upside down. Okay, turn your fabric right side up. There we go, that's better. Okay, fabric is right side up. Template is open. Top edge of fabric. That's why it's good to put notes like that to yourself. And then you can take your pockets and just lay them down. Pocket center. See, I actually put little notes to myself. So the center of the pocket, you could actually take the pocket like this, find the center point. There's the center point, and put that right at the arrow. And so I did this a little bit wider than the pocket, because some of the pockets I have big, some of them I have a little bit smaller. It just depends on what size piece of fabric I have left over. And then I can lay it out according to the center line, not the edges. So then I just put the pocket down. So that takes me to another favorite item in my sewing toolkit, which is, oh, my zipper just fell on the floor. Come back here. Which is double-sided sticky tape. This is a special tape used for sewing, and it just comes on a roll, and it is double-sided. So what you can do is just chop off a couple of little pieces here and stick it down onto, I stick it onto the, onto what I'm putting down onto the surface. That way I don't have to guess where it's supposed to go. So I put it on the pocket, not on the lining fabric itself. So I'm just going to place some on the corners. I use my fingernails to kind of work it down. And then when you've got it on all four corners, you just peel it off and push it down. And find the other corner and peel it off and push it down. And then get rid of the trash. And then it's stuck. And then you don't have to worry about pinning or anything. It's nice and easy. So that's one use for the tape. So I'm going to get this out of the way because we're done with this one and show you another place where I use this seam tape. So these are some of my little crossbody bags, and you'll notice they have a zipper. I hate putting in zippers, but this actually makes the process easier. So here is one half of the bag, and what I do is I lay this down on the table. I have both, that's my lining fabric. So here are the two pieces, and here is my zipper. And you can see on the zipper I've actually put the double-sided tape on it already. So all I have to do is, well, first thing I do is I make sure the zipper actually works. It does, good. So then I pull this off, and then this goes upside down, and it goes right about there. And then I just push it down, and then I'm going to unzip it, and I'm going to do the other side, and then I'm going to put this down right about there, and there you go. And the zipper stays in place so that I can go to the sewing machine and sew the zipper down without it shifting all over the place or getting messed up. So this double-sided tape is just a wonderful device. So that's the double-sided tape. While I've got this bag out here, I'm going to show you these are 3 pocket bags. So that's why there's 2 of these pieces to make one of these bags. So it's got a pocket in the center, and I like to make jigs, or if there's processes that I do a lot, like for example putting the pockets into the tote bags, I'll make some sort of jig to make it easier, so I don't have to think about it, I don't have to measure, it's already pre-measured. So same thing with these little bags, is when I go to put the pockets in, when I'm sewing the this is not at the stage where I would be sewing the pocket in, but this is my template. So this is a little template, and it goes, right here, and then I'll be here. I'll just put the lining in here. So for example, if I've got the lining done and put in, then I just take my template, and with the template all together, I kind of sandwich this underneath of the template. I will literally stitch around my template, and that is what makes this pocket. So actually, let me just turn it inside out and I'll show you, it's easier. So this is this side. I don't know if you can see the stitching, but the stitching right here, this stitching line was made using this. So it's right here, and that is the size of the pocket right there. So the other thing that I do is on this particular one, I did it twice because I didn't realize I had done it over here, but I did, it says D-ring loop and it says D-ring strap length. They're both the same. They're both the same. I'm going to turn this back right side out again so I can show you. Oops, that's the wrong right side out. Where's the right side? There it is. So the loops that the D-rings go into so you can attach the strap, that is the length that I cut the loop. So that way I don't have to measure, I don't have to think, I just pull the strapping material out and lay it down over here, and then I can cut it to the exact length I need. So again, if there's things that you just keep doing over and over and over again, make some sort of a template. Okay, so moving on, get those out of the way. And then the last thing, it's another template, and this one is for face masks. So I've been making hundreds of face masks, and so this one, it says nose piece placement, and so I've got, this is the width of my face mask, and I've got it marked out here as to exactly where the nose piece, so this is the metal nose piece, and it's sandwiched in between some interfacing so that I can actually sew it in place, and it goes right here. See how it fits exactly between the two marking lines that I have. And so I can easily, as I'm stitching, so what happens is when I'm stitching this, this piece is going to go, this hasn't been pressed down yet, but it's going to get stitched in right here. And without my little template, I wouldn't know exactly where to place it. So with the template, there it is. It goes right there. And I don't have to think about it. I don't have to measure it. I know every single time it goes right there. So those are a few of my favorite things. So templates and clamps. There you go. Hope that helps, and enjoy your sewing.